Hello. My name is Troy Hill. This is the Not for Losers podcast, episode number 2. And as always, I have my co-host with me, Kyle. How are you doing today, Kyle?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Troy?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Just another day, another dollar. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning into our podcast. And please comment below because we love to hear your feedback. Today, we're talking about rated R movies. Some of our first experience watching a rated R movie as a child, whether it's in a theater or whether it's in HBO. So now I turn it over to Kyle. What was the first movie that you saw rated R?
Oh, this was first one, but this was definitely one of the most memorable because of my age at the time and because of its popularity at the time. My dad had HBO run into the house, and I snuck downstairs and watched Porkies.
20th Century Fox would like to introduce you to Pee-wee and his pals.
Speaking of horny mother.
Tommy, Mickey, Tim,
I'm going tonight, right? I don't know.
And the biggest man on campus.
Why do they call you meat? Because you're so big?
When they're not in class, they're into everything.
Save your energy, you're gonna need it.
Okay. Okay, pull over. Coast is clear.
But what they'd like to get into most is a place called Porky's.
I left my idea. Here, use this one. That's my Bible school card.
Unfortunately, we can only show you the outside of Porky's, because what goes on inside is not to be believed.
Boy, the locker room. Oh, it turned me on.
We'd like to show you more of the locker room, but this kind of physical education just isn't taught. We can't show you more of the shower scene, because what they're looking at isn't watered down.
They want us to look. They want us to look.
Porky. You too will be back for a second look.
Okay, I'm ready.
Wait, what?
I snuck downstairs. And I watched Porky's, and that movie made me a man. I don't know how else to say
it. Okay, well, explain.
Well,
because I mean, I've seen Porky's as well too, and I will admit that when you come back to school the next day and you told your friends you watched Porky's, you were like a man. You were like a man amongst town and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and everyone wanted to come and stay overnight at my house. Everyone wanted to come over, and yeah, I snuck downstairs and I had the light off, and mom and dad were upstairs, and I was downstairs and turned on the TV, and then something changed during that movie. I don't know what it was. Like, I got done watching it, my voice was deeper. And, hair growing in places. There was all kinds of things going on when I watched that movie. That movie changed my existence, and I knew I wasn't supposed to be watching it, but
well, see, that's the excitement of the thing.
Yeah. And how are you going to what kind of red-blooded American boy is going to shut that off?
None.
No.
Absolutely none. I don't think.
No. So yes, I watched Porky's. If my mom and dad are listening to this, what do you guys care? I'm 50. It doesn't matter anymore. But
you think your dad, it might bring a tear to your dad's eyes because you'd be like,
I
intentionally left it on for you to watch, son.
I think my old man might be a little proud of me. Yeah.
That's
my mom will be floored, but my old man will be a little proud of me. I think so. Yeah.
See, that's awesome. I mean, it just is. So
what was yours?
Mine, that I remember for the theater specifically would be Die Hard.
We thank you one and all and wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's Christmas Eve in L.A. But a team of terrorists...
You want money? What kind of terrorists are you? Who said we were terrorists?
...have their own holiday plans.
And I'm telling you, you're just gonna have to kill me. Okay. We do it the hard way.
But the one thing they didn't plan on was New York cop John McClane.
Got invited to the Christmas party by mistake. Who knew?
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, mother...
And you'll have it.
They have already killed one hostage.
This channel is reserved for emergency calls only.
Lady, do I sound like I'm ordering a pizza?
Come to Papa, honey.
You really an American?
Only if New Jersey counts.
What does he think he's doing?
Good job.
They're using artillery on us.
You idiot.
It's not the police. It's him.
He's an easy guy to like.
Welcome to the party, pal.
And a hard man to kill. Bruce Willis. Die Hard.
Oh, now granted, I mean, like I said, I'm slightly younger, not that much younger, but my cousin Debbie, she used to babysit us. I had two good cousins that babysitted us. It was my cousin Debbie and my cousin Alana. She would us, but normally, Debbie, she would take us to try to take us to go mini golfing, which it never worked out because every time we went, it was closed. But she'd always try and take us to do stuff. So she took us to the movies, which, we're standing in line. I'm just like, boy, I'm sitting there thinking, I might even know what the hell we're gonna watch. I'm used to going to see Benji or Ernest Goes to Camp, wherever the hell, whatever the hell.
Right.
Whatever family shit that's going on or whatever. Pippi Longstocking, I don't know. But, all of a sudden she's like, 3 for Die Hard.
Oh, yeah.
I looked up at her. I'm like, what?
Oh, get you some. Get you some. Yeah.
And she was like, I'm like, but my mom said, mom's like, just don't tell your mom. I'm like, okay. And
ow, twisting my arm. Ow.
But no, it was just a fun experience because one, Die Hard, it's rated R, but it was nothing completely horrible. It was just full-fledged American 1980s violence,
Yeah, it's just people shooting each other in the head and stuff.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And the good guy wins, John McClane's a damn man.
He is a grown-ass man.
Yeah, picking up, the most sickest scene in the movie to me that made my stomach want to turn a little bit when he's picking a damn
glass out of his feet. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. They foreshadowed that damn sequence for a long damn time.
I still watch that movie when I see it on. I still watch it.
Well, no, it's just great. It's one of those 80s movies, which are several 80s movies that are great, which, go ahead and follow, listener, go ahead and follow my YouTube channel, or Troy Hill Talks, where I'm talking about 80s movies and stuff, too, along with newer movies that come out. It's some pretty good stuff. Appreciate if you guys subscribe to that. But there's just a bunch of just great stuff from that era as far as movies. Now, I do remember going to my other cousin, Alana. That's when I got to see Purple Rain at the house.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, Kyle sounds really excited about Purple Rain. We'll get back to the conversation of Purple Rain, but first, let's hear a message from our paid sponsor.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jimmy Biddle. Do you ever feel that you're just a shadow of the person you used to be? Well, you're not alone. Our present times can bring anyone to the edge. So you ask yourself, what can I do? How can I feel better? Well then, Saxernol is just for you. If you feel depressed, apprehensive, confused, lazy, jealous, hungry, nervous, claustrophobic, tired, sleepy, are just apathetic, then you should take control of your life and take Zaxernol. After the first few days of medication, you'll discover immediate results. Zaxernol should only be taken at night. Consult your doctor before taking any medication. Some side effects may and will include lazy eye, shin splits, coughing, sneezing, runny nose, muscle spasms, diarrhea, constipation, athlete's foot, gingivitis, psoriasis, chapped lips, dizziness, and mud butt. Go ahead, take a stand in your life for the better, and contact a physician today.
Zaxernol is a subsidiary of Purina Foods.
Oh, yeah, you see, you're going to get me started on Apollonia now.
Yeah.
See, you're not supposed to get me started on Apollonia, because then I can't stop thinking about Apollonia.
Well, I mean, there's moments in that movie because I wasn't used to seeing any. I'm sitting there like, what the hell? You know, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, because, I mean, let's be honest here. Okay, now Prince can steal your girl.
Oh,
if Prince wants to steal your girl, Prince will steal your girl.
The corpse of Prince right now could steal my girl.
Yeah, Prince will steal your girl now. But Apollonia, yeah, she did outstanding work. She couldn't act to save her life. Really not that strong of a singer.
No.
But oh, Apollonia. Yeah, that changed my life too. See, that one changed my life too. When she bathed in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Tell me I haven't watched that movie a couple times. That's a good movie right there.
Yeah, I've watched it a few hundred times.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But I mean, it's just all great too because of music and everything else too. I mean, you could take Apollonia out of it. Well, yeah, I don't know.
There's no part of that movie that isn't outstanding.
And I was convinced as a kid, all I need to do is, because at that time I was probably already taller than Prince. I need to get me like a big perm, and walk around with a purple jacket. And, I got everything solved with a guitar strap in my back and a motorcycle.
You need a purple motorcycle. Take her out in the woods where she's going bathing Lake Minnetonka. I didn't even really know what Lake Minnetonka was, but I knew I wanted to go there.
I knew I wanted to be purified in it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. No, that movie was outstanding. The soundtrack was outstanding. There's no part of that that's not amazing.
Number one movie soundtrack to you all time?
I think so. I think I really like, movie soundtracks. I really like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yes. That's excellent. Yeah, I mean, it is great. Yeah, it is great.
I really like that. But as far as just pure movie soundtracks, I wore out at least 2 Purple Rain cassettes.
Yeah.
I wore them out. And people always say that. Well, I used to listen to it all the time, and I wore it out. You didn't wear it out. I wore it out. That thing didn't play anymore, and I busted with the little tabs underneath where you plug it in was broken. So I took the tape apart and I put the guts from the tape into another cassette so didn't have broken tabs on it. Yeah. And I played that for a while and taped it all up with Scotch tape so it wouldn't fall apart. And Purple Rain, I played the shit out of Purple Rain.
Yeah, I got a funny story about that tape. Well, because I mean, I got 2 different vinyl copies. I got an original, that's the purple vinyl, and I got the one behind me for like some of these shows that I do or whatever.
Yeah.
But I remember me and my sister. My mom took us to Kmart. She was going to let us buy a tape or whatever. And I think we just got some boom boxes or whatever. But I was looking all over for God, what's the name of the group? What's the name of the group that does Mr. Roboto? Styx.
Styx. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for that cassette because I was amazed by Mr. Roboto. but couldn't find it.
Styx was badass.
Yeah,
Styx was badass.
Yeah, so I couldn't find it. So then I was like, well, there's Duran Duran. I know the song Wild Boy. That sounds kind of cool. So I bought that. And my sister bought Prince, and then about maybe 3 days went by. I'm like, I've worn this Wild Boy song out and I don't like it that much. And then, my sister's like, well, I trade you, so I had the Purple Rain, I was purified, in my bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
And, the funny thing is that since that moment is like, I'm a big, big Prince fan, but my sister is like big, crazy, ridiculous. If Duran Duran's in concert 3 hours away, she will drive to see them.
Really?
Crazy. Absolutely.
That is pretty crazy. I like Duran Duran too. I got to tell you, if you're talking about stories, that I think there's one person in the United States, listeners comment if I'm wrong, who bought Eddie Murphy, How Could It Be? I bought Eddie Murphy, How Could It Be? The CD that had My Girl Wants to Party All the Time on it.
Yes.
It was a big deal because Eddie was singing, and Eddie had done everything in the universe except sing. And now Eddie's singing, and I bought it. And I'll tell you what, it wasn't really terrible.
No, it wasn't. And you know what? I can relate because I had a cassette, so.
Good. Yeah.
So, I have a cassette and I had a cassette and I totally understand where you're coming from. I think what made Party All the Time badass is because he was backed by Rick James.
Right.
So.
But he had a track on there with Stevie.
See, I can't remember any other song except that one.
Oh, dude, I downloaded all. I got the whole thing. I got
Really?
the whole thing on MP3. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to float that to me.
Yeah. He did a cut with Stevie Wonder on there.
Is this 70s? Well, no, it would be 80s. 80s Stevie Wonder, which we'll have that conversation and stuff.
Oh yeah,
at another time, because I think there's a difference between 70s Al Green, 70s Stevie Wonder, and 80s Al Green, 80s Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, agreed.
Because you went from like an analog sound to like more of a digital sound. I don't think that worked for everybody, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
But anywho, anything else you'd like to share with the people today?
I think I probably did enough to alienate myself from most people. Between
more so than normal.
Yeah, between sneaking downstairs watching Porkies and I bought Eddie Murphy's cassette. No, we're pretty good. I'd say we're covered. There was anybody who still respected me. That they're gone now. They've left.
The show speaks for itself. This is not for losers. So we're.
Yeah, I think you may have cast the wrong guy if that's the case. But
no, we're good. We're just going to cover the 80s for what it is, and we're going to kind of mix in because there's a lot of different topics and things that are different that you look at differently when you become older. There's movies and stuff that we've seen that we loved and endeared and held close to our hearts, and now it's like you're older, like, damn, you can't get away with that stuff now.
No,
no.
So you can't get away with stuff now that they did. Can you imagine a TV show like Married with Children?
Wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work. You couldn't. That thing would never make it to air. Yeah. It would never even. They'd never be able to show the pilot.
Yep. Think about movies. The holy grail of comedy movies back in the day, Blazing Saddles. How far do you think that would go now?
Yeah, it would not. It would not. That wouldn't make it to a theater.
That was comedic genius.
Yeah, that was gold.
I just guess we just looked at things differently than where we could tell that, it's just a movie and it's just acting and it's not trying to knock on anybody.
Right.
It's not like we were looking at like 1920s World War propaganda and stuff where they're like really don't like people,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It just felt like, I don't know if I'm about as white bread as you get. I've told you before, I lived in a small town. I grew up in a town so small we didn't even have a stoplight. That's how small my town is. And so I don't know if those movies offended other people. They didn't offend me, but I don't know if they offended other people or not. and those TV shows and stuff like that. But you
wouldn't know, because I mean, we would sit. It'd be like all of us. It could be family members over. Blazing Saddles would be on, and we'd be all cracking up. So
yeah,
I don't know.
No, it's a different world we live in now.
That's what they say. That's what they say. But anywho, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to this program. We'll be back again with episode 3 in another 2 weeks. This is a bi-weekly podcast, so please go ahead and check us out. Please go ahead and comment and subscribe and follow. And we can't wait to hear, or we just can't wait to hear from you. And we're looking forward to talk again here at Not for Losers Podcast. Anything you want to say to the people, Kyle?
I was just going to say, if y'all have suggestions and stuff you want us to talk about, let us know.
Yeah, because we will certainly talk about it. You know, I'm the easygoing when Kyle's kind of like, you know, I don't want to talk about it. You know, I got to calm him down and stuff. But
I get a little bitchy.
Yeah,
it happens. No, I mean, sometimes I don't carry my normal sunshiny personality with me. You're not supposed to laugh at that. You're supposed to go, yeah, he's always sunshiny.
Oh, he's always sunshiny.
That didn't sound forced. Perfect.
Okay. All right, Kyle, you can put the gun down now. We'll see you guys next time. Not for Losers Podcast.